Halo, 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 halo. Bentar. Cek dulu, cek. Cek. Oke, saling ngobrol kalau dan kali ini
What's up, Pom Pom?
Just got a message from the Xianzhou La Fu. Looks like it'll conflict with our original schedule.
It's been a while, my friends on the Astral Express. How's your trailblazing expedition going? Soon, the Xianzhou Luofu will be holding the Luminary War Dance. Those who have aided the Luofu in overcoming the crisis are cherished allies of the Xianzhou.
Well, things are getting lively. We've barely recovered from the family's Charmony Festival, and we're...
Why not think about it this way? Our trailblazing expeditions are turning into blast expedition. Blast? Expedition? Yeah! Wherever we go, we eat, play, and have a blast!
So we should leave March behind to take care of the Express?
Hey! That's not what I meant! I'm all for some fun! I just hope there won't be any surprise party crash.
The Xianzhou Luofu has recently overcome a crisis. By holding the war dance, they're demonstrating to...
But that's what everyone said before we went to Penacony! You'll be totally safe under the family's...
No need to worry. The war dance is not like the Charmony Festival with all its hidden secrets. It's just a festival to honor the Rainbow Arb. Aside from star skiff performances, it's mostly martial contests.
What do you think, Himiko? Since we've accepted Miss Black Swan's proposal, we should probably...
There's certainly no rush. This trailblazing expedition is quite... With Madame Herta's help, I was planning to deliver some Leviathan fossils from Kalinga Abyss to Ron May.
Aw, so that means...
Being an adult means maintaining relationships, whether we like it or not, March. So here's the plan. Pom Pom will take everyone to the Xianzhou La Fu. Mr. Yang and I will meet up with Ron May and fulfill...
What do you two think?
Himeko and Mr. Yang will be busy with serious research. Plus, you're the only one with so many friends on the La Fu. I'll be lost if you don't... Now that everyone's on board with the plan, it's time to...
Optional.
Kalinga Abyss. What does she expect to find there? Kurt?
That's why geniuses are interested in that field. Don't miss us too much. If I stumble upon some cool Leviathan...
Himeko really knows how to convince people. By the way, Danheng, this...
And just let you two wander around aimlessly. Plus, Mr. Yang is right. The Ambrosial Arbor crisis just ended. And both the long life and short life species, and since he has extended an invitation,
Ayo. Kita lanjut besok lagi karena masih dekat.
Coming back to this place brings back so many memories, you know? Hey, I'm not actually gonna recite a poem. I was just this time we're not being forced or enticed or chasing after wanted criminals. Quite unusual, I'm not... Such is the fate of us nameless.
King.
Is the Starskiff Haven always this crowded? Oh, there are so many people here. I can barely hear anything.
Let's wait for him in front.
Hey, you guys! Hold on a moment. Did they just call us? Look at their... Are you familiar with the Cienjo Lafu?
We know a little bit about it.
We're from Penacony. Maybe you've heard of it. We came to this ship to gather interesting...
Oh, we just left there. Oh,
That's great. Do you know any musts?
exactly! Weird. Most of the tourists around at the moment are here to attend the war.
Yeah, we know about that ceremony. But isn't the fight...
I've heard the ring was actually converted from a huge decommissioned Lafu fighter jet. No doubt about it. It's a massive...
But for now, all we can do is wait until the war dance starts in a few weeks, before we can board it. We've still got work to do, so we can't just sit around waiting for it to start.
We're looking for unique experiences that you won't find on Penacony.
You're the expert here. Oh, yeah! Fixtral Garden! It's famous.
Supernatural? I don't really like...
Ooh, it does sound interesting. Let's go check out Fixtral...
Look, Yanqing's here.
Really? Let's go catch up.
There you are! Everyone, this way! Hey, everyone! It's been a while.
It doesn't feel like it's been that long since we last saw you. But,
What's up, Miss March?
They say kids grow up really fast. Yenqing, are you a little bit taller than before?
We've only been away for a few months.
What are you doing?
Sorry, but after our previous adventures, I've become suspicious of whoever greets us first.
Do you have to be suspicious around me?
You know, the last time we came to the Cienjo, the first...
I get it. Better safe than sorry.
Seriously, I've never seen the Lafu so lively.
I was a bit worried that holding the war dance right after the Ambrosial Arbor crisis...
Yep. There's people from other delves and travelers like you three who've come from afar. With the war dance coming up, there's a huge number of... The general said this ceremony would help us. It's a way to showcase our martial spirit. By the way, the Cienjo Alliance places great importance on this ceremony too. Yeah, the Cienjo Yaoqing is a major force in hunting down abominations. But Madame Yukong from the Skyfaring Commission mentioned that I heard General Fei Xiao of the Yaoqing is a young and dauntless lady. If only I could
By the way, Yenqing, where are we headed next?
I'm sorry for talking your ear off.
It's funny how he tries to act all mature, but whenever it comes to something...
I agree.
All units, assemble quickly! Get ready to protect the crowd!
I just mentioned security, and now all of a sudden something's gone wrong. Excuse me, I need to go check out...
We'll go with you.
Protect the civilians. I'll deal with him.
Dapat trial yanking gue yang di part itu yang belum.
Listen, why are there boars in here?
Catch up.
This ends now.
Show me some of that trailblazing strength.
13 tahun. Tapi udah mati.
Morrison? Why are there boars in here?
I want to protect
This ends now.
We're just having fun.
That's all you got?
I need to be brave.
Eliminating threat.
Take your positions. Dreams do come true.
We're just having fun.
In the mood.
Hide.
Stay in step. Let's improvise.
We're just annihilation.
Take your positions. Dreams do come true.
We're just having fun. Stay back, Clara.
Kecil banget sih. Apa? Oh iya lupa. Belum rotasi remnya.
Not good. Thanks for the help.
Sorry, no time to chat. Could you give me back my...
Wait! My sword! I'm sorry, but I'm afraid we'll have to put our plans on hold for now.
While we appreciate your rescue, my Cienjo friends, don't you think it's a bit too much to detain?
Sorry, but we've been ordered to detain you and your cargo for inspection until we figure out. Once we're done with the formalities, we'll let you and your cargo go.
Oh, but this shipment isn't even meant for the Lafu. and it's IPC's patented technology.
According to the protocol, all cargo arrived.
But we didn't officially enter your dock at all. We just sought refuge in your dock because we were...
Looks like this argument could go on forever. Who's in charge here? I need some answers.
It's my fault. We let our guard down.
With the war dance approaching, safety should be a top priority. According to the protocol, Borisin prisoners should be held on a star skiff and taken directly to the shackling prison under strict
Please don't blame this, Captain. This incident involves the Ju Ming.
Who are you?
I'm Liu Jun, an officer of the Patrol Defense Squad. Thank you for your help. Here's what happened. An IPC transport ship was attacked by the Borisin just before arriving, and the Ju Ming's diplomatic vessel came to the rescue.
So, an IPC ship was attacked by the Borisin near the Luofu, and the...
Honestly, it gives me a headache too. The Ju Ming diplomatic ship, adhering to standard... You know, with all the outsiders flooding onto the Luofu, the star skiff lanes are under immense pressure. The Borisin desperados decide...
We'll make sure these prisoners are sent to the shackling prison as soon as possible.
I see. It's an unusual situation indeed. Maybe I should gather more details.
You look much maturer now.
Please don't tease me, Miss March. The situation on the Xianzhou before the war dance is like a calm lake that can be just...
What are those people? I mean, those monsters?
Yeah, those werewolf monsters are known as Borisin. They are abominations of abundance. The Borisin have been a powerful force for a long time, plundering and enslaving many worlds. The threat they pose, their presence has faded over the years.
According to that officer, they attacked an IP...
Yeah, that's what I find strange too. Well, enough with the chit-chat. The General wants... I'd love to chit-chat a little longer.
Is it a serious matter?
Thank you, but it's no big deal. By the way, that young lady who just appeared, she took my sword. I'm thinking of filing a lost...
I doubt she did it on purpose. Perhaps she's around here?
All right, let's not keep the General waiting.
Don't worry. There aren't many people out there with that kind of tip.
There sure are a lot of trouble.
Success and failure. How time flies.
It's been a long journey, Elder Huayan.
General, I brought our guests from the Express. Oh, I'm sorry for my bad timing.
Don't worry, you're just in time. It's been a while, my friends from the...
Aku mimpi Jenderal datang ke Merakone terus mengatakan musuh, terus bilang salam dari Luofu. Gimana?
Oh. Well, it's an honor to be in your dreams, my friend. Allow me to introduce you to General Huayan. He's the Arbiter General of the Xianzhou Zhuming, known as the...
No need to be so formal. I'm just a tourist here. No.
Elder Huayan is not only one of the Arbiter Generals, but also the Furnace Master of the Artisan Ship...
Be it Arbiter General or Furnace Master, these are merely titles given to me long ago. I've retired several times already, but With the current change in circumstances, the Marshal has called me back. Well, in the end, I'm to blame. Living such a long life naturally brings its share.
It's an honor to meet you, General Huayan.
It's my honor to meet you, General Huayan.
No need to be all formal. Today I'm just a guest. So, these three are the ones you mentioned bringing you in? The heroes who helped you with the Ambrosial Arbor crisis?
Indeed. There's Don Hung, March 7th, and him. Without their help, I'm afraid the Law Fu might not have easily...
So, the Imbibitor Lune's reincarnation has returned to the Law Fu and will attend the war dance. I'd love...
You're more than welcome, General Huayan.
And this young friend is?
Yanqing, my apprentice. He remains by my side as my retainer due to his youth, which I hope will season him with experience. He will stand for the Law Fu's Cloud Knights in the upcoming war dance, ready to take on all...
Great, great! It's a real treat to see so many talented young people around here today. Oh, I almost forgot. This is my apprentice, Yoon Lee.
It's you!
Oh, it's you. Hello.
Oh, you two already know each other? Guess we'd...
What a coincidence! I was afraid I'd have trouble.
Oh? Now you've piqued...
She helped me capture the escaped Borisin prisoners at the Starskip Haven. Allow me...
Your flying sword? Oh, so that's what...
Yes, it is. Now?
Nope.
Won't do.
You want your sword back, right? Well, you can't just take it back. On the Juming, as for this little sword, it was supposed to strike that escaped Borisin prisoner. But, by the way, if I hadn't caught it and helped it hit its mark...
Hold on a sec, Yoon Lee. You took my sword...
So much for Lafu Swordmasters.
What did you just...
If you just stepped up and took your sword back from me fair and square, I would have totally respected you. With all due respect, you don't honor your sword.
Hasn't anyone told you that taking without asking is stealing? If you want to settle this with swords,
Yanqing.
Well, that's more like it. Just be careful.
You two, be quiet.
Hey! Who's...
It's a small misunderstanding, and an apology would be too much. I've heard about the Zhu Ming's incredible sword-playing.
Such grandiose names. Some folks love to spin these...
Well, everyone, Elder Huayan and I have some business to discuss. For now, Yanqing, I'll find another chance to talk with you all. I'd like to express my gratitude to the...
That's so kind of you. I mean, you've already thanked us so many times.
Please forgive me for coming at an inconvenient time.
You needn't apologize, General Huayan.
All right, Yoon Lee. Take this opportunity to clear things up with Yanqing.
Yeah. It's better to make friends than enemies. But I won't be heading to the inn just yet. I want to visit Lingsha.
Yanqing, once you've helped our guests get settled, go to the Artisanship Commission for me. See if you can calm them down.
I'm on it. This is the report Qingzu just sent me. Let me take... Looks like the General has given me a tough challenge. Well, it's not exactly a test. As Cloud Knight, it's just, you know, talking things out isn't as straightforward as duking it out with what... Well, let's not worry.
It is the Law Fu's honor to have you in attendance at the war dance. Yet, The fact that a simple martial arts ceremony has attracted esteemed generals from the Zhu Ming and the Yao...
You're overthinking it, Jingyuan. As I said, I'm here to However, I have no clue what the Yao Qing Arbiter General has in mind. Do you remember when you accepted this position? I told you that an Arbiter General's battlefield goes beyond the physical one. You'll need to lead and manage everything on the Xianzhou. The title of Arbiter So many years have passed, and you've done well. However, longevity for the Xianzhou people can be a curse. The Marshal knows everything that has happened on the Luofu. She has come specifically. Speaking of which, why hasn't she arrived yet? They say...
That's not true, General Huayan. She's been here a while, but I'm sure you've heard of her unbridled nature.
As soon as she disembarked from the star skiff, she mentioned having something to attend to and simply disappeared.
You must be the messengers from the Xianzhou Yao...
We are Jiaoqiu and Moza, retainers of the Merlin's Claw. It's an honor to meet you in person, Arbiter.
Now this is interesting. A guest who doesn't come to visit but sends a message instead.
Master heard about a spectacular view in scale...
A spectacular view? Ha! Did you hear that, Jingyuan? This person is being sarcastic.
Please do not misunderstand me, General Huayan. I was simply stating the truth. Once she's finished with admiring the scenery, she'll personally come and apologize to the both of you.
Drat, I forgot to ask Yun Li to return my sword. No need to bother. The Zhuming envoys won't be leaving the Luofu anytime soon. By the way, I don't know if it's just me, but...
Reserved? Really?
Maybe I'm just overthinking.
No, you're not. When I entered the Palace of Astrum, I realized that the messenger from the Xianzhou Zhuming was actually...
That's right.
Well, that's what makes this entire thing so unusual.
What's so unusual about it? They simply received an
The war dance is just a small festival. And now we have 2 Arbiter Generals. Maybe they've come to hold Jingyuan accountable for the ambrosial art.
Hold him accountable? Come on, didn't the Luofu fall victim to the disciples of Sanctus Medicus and the Ant?
Donshu's rebellion and Ventilia's scheming are merely one side of the story to the other Arbiter Generals of the Alliance. Only
the Ambrosial Arbor.
Yes. It's undeniable that the plague mark, which was subdued by the Xianzhou Luofu, has resurfaced. But was it once the spark of suspicion is kindled? The General must have had that in mind when he invited us to attend the war dance.
What was I thinking? Seriously.
I was so excited. I thought those Arbiter Generals were just here to see the ceremony. By the way, I heard that an alchemist from the Zhuming diplomatic ship has arrived.
An alchemist from the Zhuming serving as the cauldron master on the
Thanks to your words, Mr. Dan Heng. Now I finally see the underlying tensions. The General is under tremendous pressure right now.
Come on, don't think like that. Leave the adult now. Did I say something wrong?
Miss March is right. I don't have the skills to share the General's burdens at the moment. Still, I'll do my best to follow his instructions. Let's go, once I've taken you to your accommodations.
He looks like he has a lot on his mind. We can't just let him go alone.
This is too much trouble. While I appreciate your kindness, dealing with the
no worries. We're pretty experienced in dealing with the IPC. You've heard of the 10 Stone Hearts? who's bragging? Anyway, this time it'll just be a few ordinary.
Well, since you're willing to help, I won't decline your kindness. Let's head.
Can I really reason with you Cienjo people?
Ugh, that toxic voice sounds familiar.
You know what? This isn't my first time dealing with the Skyfaring Commission. I can handle, but straight up snatching IPC cargo? Isn't that going...
Just as I've said it many times already. Once we've inspected the cargo...
I'm hearing you loud and clear. I'm thinking clear. And keep detaining my cargo, and I'll file a complaint directly with your general. I was gonna ask you the same thing. Why do I keep running into you? Staying on the Cienjo, are you? What terrible luck. Wherever you go...
Aren't you the guest from the Astral Express? What brings you and Yanqing to the Artisanship Commission?
They're in trouble? No, it's me! I'm the one in trouble!
Looks like you've met this IPC worker before. I'm not sure if that's... I was sent here to deal with the IPC protest, Miss Shikue.
As you know, this IPC transport ship was attacked by the Borisin and rescued by the Juming's diplomatic ship. And this is Mr. Scott, the person in charge of this transport ship.
So, you're Scott. I've heard him mention you. Weren't you kicked off the Lafu before?
Like I wanted to come back. I thought I'd just dock at the harbor for repairs and leave this forsaken place for good. Little did I know, as soon...
What do you mean by snatched? I've told you a million times.
Then why did you bring the cargo to the Artisanship Commission? You even brought in some shady craftsmen. It's on...
Listen here. Firstly, the Skyfaring Commission detected dangerous items that could possibly be weapons in your cargo hold.
Even if there are dangerous items, what do they have to do with you? It's not even being shipped to the Lafu. We'll just fix the ship.
But you'll have to stay in the port for several days before your ship is repaired and you...
I understand, but we don't need to disassemble the cargo.
In most cases, we don't. However, our scans discovered that the cargo doesn't own...
Biological tissue?
I'm afraid we'll need to wait for the Alchemy Commission for further confirmation. In any case, according to our
The Alliance's regulations on biological products are very strict. Without further...
Oh, really? Fine! If anyone lays a finger on that shipment, they'll have me to deal with.
This Mr. Scott seems stubborn and difficult to persuade. I heard how you helped Aramali. The IPC representative back then was Mr. Scott, right? Since you've dealt with...
What are you guys whispering about over there? Just hurry up and give us back our cargo.
Okay.
As I recall, this guy won't listen to reason and can only be persuaded with intimidation. But...
Speaking of regulations, we have our own laws and regulations too. According to Article 4 of the Cienjo Alliance IPC Trade Consensus, the Alliance and IPC shall...
Back in Arum Alley, you were dealing with civilian merchants, where you could use the IPC's name to scare them. But this time, the Cloud Knight Lieutenant standing before you represents the will of...
Of course. I'm sure we both want a peaceful resolution.
Yeah, that's true. Of course, I want things to be resolved peacefully, but aren't we... Even if we set aside the secrecy of intellectual property, these prototypes built by the...
Oh, I've got a brilliant idea. I'll just smash everything with my bat and...
Calm down. The General wants us to handle...
So, this is the great idea you came up with? Besides, cargo on this transport vessel belongs to the intelligence?
According to the principle of territoriality, since your vessel is stranded on the Xianzhou...
Indeed. According to Article 27 of the Xianzhou Legal Code, all official and private goods upon entering the port...
Huh? My synesthesia beacon must not be working, because I have no idea.
Simply put, if you insist on hindering the inspection, we'll have to treat...
Confiscate it? How can you Xianzhou people be so unreasonable?
If this were Pier Point, and incoming cargo posed a safety risk, the IPC would take it in for
That's true, but the IPC sometimes makes exceptions. We both need to follow the regulations, because that's how the IP...
I understand that you're trying to stick to the IPC regulations, and that's commendable, Mr. Scott. But if this conflict with the Skyfaring Commission escalates, they won't just make things difficult for...
Of course, I never wanted conflict with the Xianzhou. Like I said, all I wanted was to retrieve the cargo and be done with it. Well, you guys sure know how to argue your case. Fine, I'll allow you to do the security inspection. It's just that,
So, Mr. Scott, are you just stalling for time and planning to leave the Xianzhou?
Well, IPC staff are free to come and go.
Yeah, you've got some insight there.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Lingsha, Cauldron Master and head of the Alchemy Commission on the Law Fu.
Could she be?
Yeah, she's the new Cauldron Master assigned here from the Xianzhou Zhuming.
I received a report from the Artisanship Commission about cargo containing samples of unknown organisms. It said they needed help from the Alchemy Commission. I had nothing better to do, so I came. It's fine, Mr. Scott. If you really don't want your cargo to be inspected, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter? How can you say that?
Why are you being so nice all of a sudden? Well...
Yeah, sure. Why should I object? Not only this sample, but all the goods on the transport ship are yours to keep. Like I said, we won't inspect them.
Wait a minute!
Well, that's more like it. If only the young displayed a more... Our ship will leave in a few days once the engines are repaired.
Your ship can leave whenever you want, but I'm afraid I can't say the same for you. According to the import and export regulations signed between the Xianzhou and IPC, since we can't determine if your shipment is safe for the environment, normally it'll only take around 47 star calendar year.
Only 47 years?
Why so surprised? You're still young and full...
Ha! Typical of a long-life species. Your words are dripping with sarcasm. While you may not care about...
Sure thing, Mr. Scott. You seem pretty confident that your career and life will last long enough.
Step aside, guys. Let them do the inspection.
But, Mr. Scott...
Come on, we're already in enough trouble. Just let them do the security inspection. And if needed, I can always grovel before the Intelligentsia Guild later. I'm just using my head for what it's apparently good. Well, honestly, at least you're not as annoying as that woman. Bro, just do the inspection.
And this lady... Is this the IPC product?
Listen up. Any damages caused by inspections will be filed with the IPC!
Turn it off! How unexpected. That was a surprise.
Time to test our rapport.
So it's you.
Oh, how unexpected. That was a surprise.
Time to test our rapport. Let's improvise.
What are you waiting for? To betray my customers? I charge extra.
Destined for oblivion.
Stay in step. The mood is set.
Let the show begin! We're just...
Still waters of oblivion.
In the mood for another beat? How's this taste?
Don't worry, it's just a script. Free destined for oblivion.
Damage sustained.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Were you seriously planning to leave this stuff unchecked at the dock for days?
I had no idea about it. You must have...
I don't think trying to shift the blame is a wise choice.
But seriously, I don't know why that thing suddenly started moving.
Enough. Miss Shikwe, please escort our IPC guest to the Skyfaring Commission.
I'm on it. Please follow me, Mr. Scott.
Gentlemen, our preliminary inspection shows that there is indeed hidden biological tissues inside. I can't even tell if it's ingenium or biological in nature.
The core of this device is what they call wetware in industry slang.
I'll take some samples for the alchemist to analyze and figure out.
Why would the Intelligentsia Guild use such unethical technology?
Whatever the reason is, it's probably why the Borisin attacked the ship. No wonder the IPC were trying to obstruct our inspection. I'll contact the Ten Lords Commission and ask, according to our rules, all prisoners and weapons involving dangerous creatures must be taken to the shackling prison for... As for you, Mr. Craftsman, please go with the Cloud Knight. I had a feeling that the IPC members would cause trouble, but...
I should thank you for saving my life. Your sword skills were impressive. Taking down that... I thought the General's retainers were all burly martial master. Can't argue with that. As for you, you must be the guests from the Astral Express, right? It wasn't. It's still early. So why don't we get some tea at the Alchemy Commission? We can discuss your suggestions. And you three are coming too, right?
Gue rencananya padahal mau live sekitar jam 7-an, malah itu apa namanya, malah downloadnya lama banget. Harusnya mau rencananya jam 7 tapi downloadnya masih lama.
I'm here to pay my...
The news is spreading pretty fast.
All these years. And the view at the Alchemy Commission, the tides come and go. But the ancient sea remains the same.
You're a Lofu native, Miss Lingsha?
Yes. I grew up here. It's kind of sad, isn't it?
The view here would be even better without the Ambrosial Arbor.
Oh, really? I think that
Even if it's impressive, it's a plague mark. The Xianzhou have been fighting abominations for thousands of years.
Well, once a seed is planted, no matter, in my humble opinion, the rebirth of the Ambrosial Arbor... My bad. Well, since you went through the entire Ambrosial Arbor...
What would you like to discuss, Miss Linksha?
I was lucky enough to be chosen by the Alliance to come in, honestly, the alchemy...
Well, even though I'm a Vidyadharan like you, I'm an outsider, just like my companions here. The Vidyadhara and the Alchemy Commission on the Luofu have always been intricately connected.
I may not know about politics, but I do know that the disciples of Sanctus Medicus have been operating within the Alchemy Commission.
I see. Thank you for your valuable insight. While the Lux Arrow from the Rainbow possesses unparalleled power to sever the Ambrosial Arbor, it can't sever mortals' desire to prolong their... Just like how the Cloud Knights can eliminate the remnants of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, but are unable to... Our Xianzhou for 30 years ago, my mentor served as Alchemy Commission's cauldron. Unfortunately, even though she was skilled in the art of healing, she didn't understand the human heart or how to eliminate the sickness lurking within the depths of the Alchemy Commission. And guess who arbitrated the case and handed down the sentence? None other than General Jing Yuan him...
What?
You heard it right. The ones responsible for the corruption in the Alchemy Commission are not just the... Alas, why is your face turning pale, Yanqing? Don't worry about it. I understand that when someone holds a position of power, they may sometimes have to make tough decisions. I won't hold any personal grudges against him. Besides, at our age, holding personal grudges...
Lingsha, you're back! I've been waiting ages for you.
Ya lagi.
Yunli! Why aren't you with your grandpa? What brings you to the Alchemy Commission? Well, let me take this opportunity to introduce you to...
What a small world. You stole my sword! Give it back!
I see. Let's skip the introduction part then.
Why do I keep bumping into you?
Are you stalking me? Of course not. Unlike you, Miss Yunli, I have important things to take care of.
Grandpa used to say that a sword reflects its master. I talked to your sword, and it told me that you've been distracted. You hesitate. Now that I see you again, I realize your sword was right. It wasn't me who...
Do you really expect me to believe that nonsense? I've been taking it easy on you because you're a guest from the Juming.
Just look at this flying sword. Even if I gave it back to you now, it'd just... You know the Cloud Knight saying, a Cloud Knight must never let slip the...
Fine! You don't have to give it back, because I'll take it...
Between these two, who do you think is tough?
It
is my first day at the Alchemy Commission. A brawl is definitely not...
Well, since you don't approve...
I didn't mean it in that way. Since you've already drawn your swords, you'd be disappointed if you didn't get to test one another. I've received reports that the delves near the Alchemy Commission are still infested with a...
Clearing out... It's the Cloud Knight's duty to eliminate those abominations. You don't have to ask...
Oh, you think you're the only one who knows how to behave? If Lingsha needs...
It's so heartwarming to see both of you being so... Ever since the disciples of Sanctus Medicus were eradicated, if you want a contest, I'll be the referee. The one who kills the most abomination...
Lingsha, as always, you're still an...
It's for your own good, little Yunli. While you desire to compete against each other, I don't want to see either of you getting...
That's really thoughtful of you.
So, are you both ready?
Shift the balance.
Let me say it again. The one who kills, be careful when you draw your swords. Can we... Blade and flight!
Stay in step. Dreams do come true.
That's half the work. Destined for oblivion.
I didn't expect someone who can't even hold on to a sword to actually have some skill. Through clouds! You've got style with those moves, but you're not striking where it counts. It's such a shame to see you misuse your sword like that.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
The mood is set. Let the show begin!
A one-time enemy!
Watch the face!
Another journey begins. Again.
Strike with heart! Ow!
Stay in step. Dreams do come true.
More business, eh? What are you waiting for? To betray my customers, I charge extra.
Through clouds! Blade and flight! Impressive! Practice is over. Swords descend!
Did the rhythm get messed up?
Time for swordplay!
We're just having fun.
Another journey begins. Still waters of oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Strike with heart!
Let's improvise.
Stand to earth!
We're just having fun.
Free will, or was it destined for oblivion?
Let the show begin!
Ow! Blade and flight!
To betray my customers, I charge extra.
Through clouds! See? I want... Your technique was all over the place. And you relied too much...
All you did was chop down a few monks.
Oh. Well, then I'll give you...
If you're trying to pick a fight, just ask.
Well fought, my young friends. However, both of you have shortcomings. One of you focuses on dodging and weaving, while the other relies on brute strength. trying to take down targets with a single strike.
Who are you?
Me? I'm just a patient seeking medicine from the Alchemy Commission. A passerby, if you will. I thought I'd see my fill of impressive fights during the war dance. Yet here I am, able to win. However, I have a small suggestion for you. Why don't you settle this dispute fair and square in the war dance's ring? That way, you can resolve your difference.
Grudges? No, not at all. Yunli and I...
Sparring? You summoned your flying swords, and she swung her sword with full...
Aha! What brings you here, Lady Fei Xiao? Have you finished your health consultation with the Dragon Lady?
Fei Xiao? The Merlin's Claw of the Xianzhou Yaoqing?
Looks like I'm quite famous on the Sanzhou Luofu, too.
Of course. Everyone has heard of the Great General. Known to all, and unbeknown to...
Great General? Isn't that title a bit too narcissistic? I don't like it. Ooh, I heard there's a dozing general on the Luofu, so I came up with a humble nickname for myself. The Lacking General. Lacking in worries, regrets, and rivals. Sounds much better, right?
Yeah, that's a befitting title that sounds both humble. Now that the sparring session is over, Yanqing and Yunli, shouldn't you politely thank General Fei Xiao for her guidance and bury the hatchet? Here's your sword. Keep it safe. Or it might get taken away again.
This is how she apologizes? Now that I finally got my sword back, I should report to the seat of divine foresight. I'll take my leave, General Fei Xiao. Oh, by the way, Miss Linksha, if you've got some free time, I'd like to invite you to the seat of divine foresight for a chat with General Jingyuan. I think there's more to those personal grudges you mentioned earlier.
Thanks for stepping in, General Fei Xiao. Otherwise, I'd have had to knock them out with my incense.
Not at all. Just doing what you asked. How about we call it even as payment for the healer lady's consultation?
Sorry, but even a general needs to pay their bills. We don't do credit here. And let's not forget, you'd have been waiting decades for a chance to see the Dragon Lady if it weren't for me.
Well, you can always send the bill to the seat of divine foresight and say it's for mentoring those kids. After all, it was quite the effort splitting them up. I nearly had to get tough. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need...
Kapan close? Oke, masih lama. Lanjut besok kita.
Back already? You've met with Jing Yuan and wandered around for a few hours. So, what do you think?
It appears that the Divine Foresight is using this war dance as a show of strength to convince everyone that the Luofu is prosperous.
But... I know you're going to say but, right?
But the influx of people attending the war dance is like a breeding ground for disorder.
The Cloud Knights on the streets remain vigilant, so at the very least, General Jing Yuan is aware of this. As for other matters, I'm unable to say.
I'd prefer to be excused from future meetings with generals. I'm just a military healer. And now all of a sudden I'm thrust onto the center stage having cordial chats with two...
My work doesn't lend itself to being in the limelight either.
Just stop whining. At least you're in one piece, right? Before getting in touch with General Jing Yuan, I wanted to put aside my assumptions and see his momentum. That includes the overall bearing of the Cloud Knights on the street, what people are saying, and how those...
The might of an army dwells not within its pawns, but within the force of its collective momentum.
A perfectly clear statement turned confusing thanks to your translation. You've made me lose where I was now. Anyway,
Are you treating General Jingyuan as your enemy?
the longest-serving general of the Xianzhou Law Fu. Do you think he'd have only a few enemies?
By the way, General, you met the healer lady, yes? Could you show me the medicine she prescribed you?
Well, the healer lady couldn't do anything about my condition. She just told me to enjoy some tasty food.
So not even the famed healer lady could help? Don't worry. I'll fulfill my promise and find a way to cure you. Actually...
Well, life and death, Zhao Chou. It's all predetermined. Upon starting my military career, I made a pledge that the rest of my life would be dedicated to being the Xianzhou spearhead, hunting down the abominations of abundance till the end of my days. As long as I can fulfill that deep-seated desire, I don't care how long I live. You asked if I view General Jingyuan as my enemy. No. My real enemy has always been myself.
Enjoy some tasty food. So, what's for dinner tonight?
Jeez. You really know how to read the room, don't you?
You guys figure it out for yourselves. I'm due to catch up with an old war friend I've not seen for quite a...
Hey! Was that the Yaoqing general who just dropped in out of no... I mean, when Yun Li swung that massive sword, she...
Mine too.
Yeah. But to go up against Yun Li is quite impressive. You think so too, right?
I agree. General Fei Xiao is indeed impressive.
I was actually hoping you'd give Yanqing some...
Thanks for the kind words, Miss March. The war dance is coming up, and I've been chosen to represent the Cloud Knights in the ceremony. I've had my fair share of defeats lately, and even though I know there are always more skilled sword masters out there...
Don't underestimate yourself. After all, generals won't fight in the ring during the war dance. Just remember the state of mind you had when you single-handedly...
I see. Thanks for the advice, Master Dan Heng. By the way, now that...
I bet it's about how to deal with the generals from the Yaoqing and the Juming.
I really don't want to get caught up in grown-up games so soon. I just hope General...
Need your extractor cleaned or your star
I
skip
don't
service?
believe in ghosts.
What is your purpose for entering this?
Earlier at the Palace of Astrum, I introduced these guests from the Astral Express to you, Elder Huayan. But with all the people around, we only exchanged pleasantries. Now, I'd like to officially introduce them to you. These three braved great dangers, accompanying me into perilous places.
Well, I skimmed through the reports about the Arbor's rebirth from the Master Diviner. But despite all that, I believe in you. Since you joined the ranks, you have repeatedly achieved remarkable feats. After the High Cloud Quintet each went their separate ways, despite them, and over the years you've served the Alliance with loyalty and wisdom. you've taken. There are fools who doubt your loyalty. They're happy to see the divine force. But I've seen enough failures in my time.
So, General Fei Xiao of the Yao Qing is the only one investigating the Ambrosial Arbor crisis on behalf of the Allah.
No. I am too.
This old man's words always catch me up.
The Marshal ordered me to come to the Xianzhou Laofu. No need for that. You're all important witnesses. The Marshal is well aware.
Thanks for your kindness and sincerity, Elder Huayan. But is it appropriate?
By introducing the Express's witnesses to me alone, aren't you aiming to discern the intentions behind both my actions? As for the Ambrosial Arbor crisis, all I need to do is listen. Oh, by the way, I've prepared a gift. Yes, it's this case. There will be numerous contests, and the host will dispatch a skilled warrior to take on challengers from all over the cosmos, showcasing the excellent martial arts of the Xian.
You humor me, Elder Huayan.
I'm no...
What's this box for?
This sword case is intended for the War Dance's award. It's empty now. I don't mean to boast about our skills, but this sword represents the pinnacle of the... I've been wondering, who would be worthy of such a sword? And then Moreover, I hear that Yan Xing is an
Thank you for your generosity.
If you want to give me a sword, just say the word, Grandpa.
You've got confidence, Mike.
I know you're all about swords, Miss Yunli. It's just a shame that it's the...
Yeah. And even if someone gets their hands on such a
The outcome of our duel at the Alchemy Commission is still up in the air.
That's exactly what I had in mind.
Not to be rude or anything, we've been watching their drama.
Quiet down. We have other guests here. While you both seem confident that you'll win, you need to remember we don't know who the winner will be, and it might not be either of you.
How does that...
In my humble opinion, while a Cloud Knight, I'd be greatly pleased if this apprentice...
Well, Elder Huayan's idea is quite interesting. Imparting swordplay skills requires teamwork, and both the winner and the loser will learn a valuable lesson regardless of the outcome.
Huh? Who? Wait.
I noticed just now that Miss March seemed quite interested in the outcome.
Oh, wait. Are you serious, General? Why am I being dragged into this all of a sudden? I've never practiced swordplay before. I'm a total newbie. You really think I can learn it?
Isn't this a perfect chance for you? I remember you mentioning that you wanted to learn some sword moves.
Yeah, I did say that.
Miss March is like a piece of jade in the rough. Just...
I appreciate your kind words, General Huayan. But plus, I heard that each swordmaster has their own...
That's considerate of you, March 7th. But...
Really?
Looks like March's curiosity has been piqued.
The whole point is to know each other's moves.
So Miss Yunli has all...
General, I haven't graduated yet.
So you're admitting your defeat, huh? If you're not even...
Yang Qing.
I see, General.
Now that Yang Qing has agreed too...
It's up to you to make the final decision.
At least that way, I won't have to worry about you accidentally shooting me in the butt all the time.
Hey, I've never missed my target. Then I'm on board. Thank you.
Great. Starting tomorrow, Yanqing and Yunli and I will head out and purchase...
You're too kind. Oh, wait. General Huayan's gone. I think we strayed off topic. How did things even...
Yeah, I brought you here because the General said he had some important...
Because... General Huayan But from his point of view, we're no different from all the other since the crew's actions were mentioned in the Luofu's operations log were given to the Alliance. He probably wants to see, and he wants to see it for himself during the war.
Elder Huayan is... My apologies. Truth be told, I invited all of you to the ceremony because... in the coming weeks, I'll also invite all of you to a meeting with General Fei Xiao, where you may need to answer her questions and clear up any doubts she might have.
Don't worry, General. No matter what happens, I'm prepared to
Thank you, Everett.
General, I know there isn't much I can do to share your burden, but... As the Luofu Ringmaster, I won't let anyone defeat me in the war dance.
I know.
The illustrious Merlin's Claw waiting for me? And for so long, too? It's quite an honor.
It's been 30 years since we last saw each other. Right, Yukong?
Yes. Back then, you were the vanguard of the Yao Qing's Verdant Knights, and I was a pilot of the Luofu's Rainbow Orbit Fleet. Who would have thought that upon meeting again, you'd be a... Well, I wouldn't say I haven't seen you in 30 years. After all, your great victories are announced through the yellow...
Still stable, I suppose.
That healer with the odd name and peculiar temperament.
Jiao Chou. He's been my retainer and personal healer, delegated by the Alchemy Commission from the Xianzhou Yao Qing. Over the years, he's dedicated himself to managing my condition. Given my background, I'm happy to have made it this.
I'm relieved to know that you're safe and sound. Well then, as your friend, may I ask how the Alliance intends to punish the
The Arbor's rebirth has frightened the elders who lurk behind the scenes. Although the reports from the Luofu explained all the details, we don't know if the ruin... As you know, the fugitive Jing Liu, who mysteriously disappeared many years ago, has resurfaced. The Luofu preceptor has also leveled accusations against... It is for these reasons. Well, duty calls.
I understand. I'm sorry. I was out of line. I know the Luofu has enjoyed centuries of stability since the end of this. Unfortunately, for a long-life species, enduring...
That's true. And that's why I'm also...
Hule? You mean that Hule? The Borisin warhead? The same...
The nemesis of the Foxians who will never be forgiven and shall be imprisoned.
Usually, only emissaries from the Xianzhou Yao Qing sky...
The Foxians and the Alliance made a pact to combat the... Given the situation on the Luofu, those on the Yao Qing... That's why I was sent here. To reassure them.
It's all bad news.
Well, not everything. There might be a silver.
Tell me more.
The Verdant Knights followed the route you mentioned. However, someone had already been on the scene.
Our people?
No, neither. Yukong, have...
Run, make us Shanzo.
Did I over...
There you are!
You haven't forgotten about our promise to General Huayan, have you?
Hey, why are you blushing, Master?
This is, the first time someone has called me Master. Let me make it clear. Swordplay training is about improving your I promised General Huayan that I'd teach you Cloud Knight swordplay, so you can participate in the war dance and defeat at least...
Is it too late for regrets? I'm already regretting my...
Honestly, I'm not sure what I'll do either. Because I've never been a...
You need to toughen up and train her properly, Master Yanqing.
You're so heartless. By the way...
I've found a quiet spot in the back garden of the Palace of Ask.
Ya kita udahan dulu nggak apa-apa.
Seriously? It's the first day, and you two are already late? Why is everyone on the Luofu so laid back? So disappointed.
Master Yunli, you're already here.
Oh, wait. Were you trying to teach her in secret?
I'm just showing you what Luofu etiquette is all about. As the host, I'll be teaching Miss March the...
Stand aside, rookie. Quickly. Over here, Miss March. This is a reverse mentorship gift.
What's this?
Sword practice requires precise movements.
You're awesome, Master...
See? See?
Actually...
Huh? You have a gift for me too?
Since you want to learn swordplay, Miss March, you'll need suitable weapons. So, I went out of my way to prepare a... Unfortunately, I didn't have time to ask the craftsman to customize the sword.
Thank you, Master Yanqing.
Bet you didn't see that one.
The real competition is just getting started.
I'm so lucky to have two great masters. But why does it feel like things are getting a bit weird? So what do you think, Masters? Does this outfit suit me?
Perfect. I chose it.
All right.
Wait. We're having actual
Well, I heard you have... Come on. Step forward and strike with the sword in the most natural way you can think of. It's important for us to grasp your natural movements, so we can decide where to start.
If you're ready, let's begin.
Okay.
Kalau coba jadi sesuatu